In 2005, Mr. Brin and Mr. Page allocated $1 billion worth of Google Incorporated stock and future profits to fund Google.org, the company's philanthropy arm. Each year, Google.org commits $100 million as well as employee time to address some of the world's urgent issues.
Supreme Master Ching Hai gratefully present Mr. Sergey Brin, the Shining World Invention and Humanitarian Award, with gratitude and praises for all the brilliant inventions and noble assistance to humanity and animal co-inhabitants. May heaven forever love and reward you with abundant blessing and grace.
Please continue watching to find out more.
Happy viewers, I am Oscar. If you ever visit the plurinational state of Bolivia, the smiling people would cheerfully say Alianchu, which means how are you in Quechua, one of the indigenous and official languages of Bolivia. The kind people of Bolivia wish that you and your loved ones are always protected in God's grace. Welcome to our show titled Successful Refugees and Immigrants, Leading the Way, Part 10. Computer Scientist Sergey Brin. For various reasons throughout history, people have been forced to leave their homelands and find refuge in other countries, thus allowing them to rebuild their lives and reclaim their dignity. Others have voluntarily migrated to other nations simply for better educational or economic opportunities. There are countless stories of those overcoming many adversities and succeeding in enhancing their new surroundings with their immense skills and talents. Many have made notable contributions to their adoptive countries in the fields of arts, economics, education, science, sports, etc. In this series, Successful Refugees and Immigrants Leading the Way, we will profile prominent individuals who have enriched the nations to which they have arrived and contributed to the greater good of our world. Today, we will introduce another prominent refugee, Sergey Brin. He left the Soviet Union, now Russia, at the age of 6 and in his college years co-founded a technology company that continues to shape the way we access knowledge and will likely do so for generations to come. Currently, Mr. Brin is one of the 10 richest people in the world, with a net worth of $75 billion. He is a selfless and kind philanthropist, generously contributing to various charities over the years. Mr. Brin was born in a Russian Jewish family in Moscow, Russia, on August 21, 1973. His father faced discrimination and he could not pursue his dream of studying physics. He eventually became an economist for the government. Worrying that young Sergey's career opportunities would be severely restricted, his father decided that the family should emigrate from the Soviet Union. When their application for an exit visa was noticed by the government, his father was immediately fired from his job, and his mother had to quit her job in haste to lay low. The family endured tremendous hardship for the next 8 months. Finally, they were allowed to leave the Soviet Union and lived in Austria and France for short periods before settling down in Maryland, USA in 1979. In his early school years, Mr. Brin's parents encouraged his interests in computer science and mathematics, and the young prodigy soon stood out. He began studies at the University of Maryland at 15 years old. At the age of 19, he graduated with honors with 2 bachelor's degrees, one in computer systems and the other in mathematics. and won a prestigious National Science Foundation scholarship that paid for his graduate education. Sergey enrolled in a doctoral computer science program at Stanford University, USA. During the new student orientation at Stanford in 1995, he met Larry Page, another gifted computer science student. Although they disagreed and argued fiercely on almost every topic at the beginning, they soon became close friends and worked together on a research project to develop a method to extract useful information from the ever-growing amount of content on the Internet. Internet search technology was rather inefficient back then. Some search engines even relied on people to compile a directory of links by category. Combining their expertise, Mr. Brin and Mr. Page developed an algorithm to yield fast and accurate search results based on several criteria, including the number of external links to a website's page as a measure of its credibility as a source of information, and then ranking the pages. The ones with more links are deemed to be more important. They converted a university dorm room into a server room and programming center to refine their work, and their search engine rapidly gained popularity among Stanford users. In September 1998, they decided to suspend their studies at Stanford and start Google Inc. in a garage to carry out their mission to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Since June 2000, Google has become the world's largest and most popular search engine and never looked back. As of today, there are over 40,000 Google searches every second. It's so successful that Google has become a common verb in conversation. If you want to know something, people will say, just Google it. The search engine creates huge benefits to humankind, including the convenient retrieval of knowledge, productivity gains for researchers, and price transparency for consumers. Over the past 2 decades, Google Inc. has developed into one of the most successful technology companies ever and started new initiatives such as the Android mobile operating system and entered the fields of self-driving cars, renewable energy, and much more. Over the years, Mr. Brin has received numerous awards for his wonderful contributions in the computer technology field that have benefited the human race. In 2004, he and Larry Page were awarded the Marconi Prize, a prestigious award in the telecommunications area, for the invention that has fundamentally changed the way information is retrieved today. They also received the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, or IEEE, Computer Society's 2018 Computer Pioneer Award for the creation of the Google search engine and leadership in creating ambitious products in research initiatives. In addition, Mr. Brin was recognized as a great immigrant in 2006 by the Carnegie Corporation of New York for his notable contributions to the progress of American society. With Google Inc.'s stellar commercial success, Mr. Brin has become the richest refugee immigrant in the USA and one of the world's leading philanthropists. In 2005, Mr. Brin and Mr. Page allocated $1 billion worth of Google Inc. stock and future profits to fund Google.org, the company's philanthropy arm. Each year, Google.org commits $100 million as well as employee time to address some of the world's urgent issues. Google.org has contributed to numerous projects in the fields of renewable energy, education, digital literacy, racial equity, and crisis response. The entity provides funding and technical expertise to non-profits and social enterprises to carry out their innovative ideas, thus making communities better. The Google.org Fellowship Program pays Google employees to do full-time pro bono work for these non-profit partners for up to 6 months. Google.org's noteworthy projects in 2020 include committing $100 million and 50,000 pro bono hours to a worldwide COVID-19 response and collaborating with the Worldwide Fund for Nature, or WWF Australia, to deploy artificial intelligence or AI-based camera systems to monitor how wildlife recovers after the devastating Black Summer bushfires. The following are some notable examples of Mr. Brin's personal charity work outside of Google.org. In 2009, he gave a gift of $1 million to the Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society, or HIAS, the organization that assisted his family to escape from the Soviet Union and integrate into American society 40 years ago. Since 1881, HIAS has helped more than 4.5 million refugees to escape persecution worldwide. The gift was used to advocate for better immigration policies in the US and abroad and cover the cost of refugee resettlement. Expressing concern for the future generations, he commented, "I would like to see anyone be able to achieve their dreams, and that's what this organization does." Mr. Brin funded the world's first lab-grown hamburger, developed by a team of Dutch scientists in 2013. He supported this project for animal welfare reasons and said, "When you see how these cows are treated, it's certainly something I'm not comfortable with." He wished the proof of concept would be transformative for the world. The success of his pioneer initiative has attracted media attention and contributed to sparking the thriving culture meat research field as we know it today. Mr. Brin is also the founder of Global Support and Development, or GSD, a non-profit organization specializing in disaster relief and humanitarian support around the globe. With skillful Special Forces team members and high-tech systems, GSD has rapidly and effectively provided emergency response to earthquakes, hurricanes, and wildfires, and saved lives over the last 5 years. In 2020, GSD coordinated medical evacuations and delivered relief supplies in Guatemala immediately after Hurricane Eta and Iota battered the country. In addition, GSD has also produced and delivered much-needed personal protective equipment, or PPE, as well as provided mental health counseling to healthcare workers and first responders on the front lines tackling the COVID-19 pandemic in 8 states across the US. GSD sent PPE to several Caribbean countries as well. The influential English philosopher Sir Francis Bacon stated, "Knowledge is power." Kudos to Sergey Brin for the brilliant and innovative knowledge retrieval system that he co-developed that empowers humankind, and being a shining example of how refugees can profoundly and positively influence the world.
Supreme Master Ching Hai gratefully present Mr. Sergey Brin, the Shining World Invention and Humanitarian Award, with gratitude and praises for all the brilliant inventions and noble assistance to humanity and animal co-inhabitants. May heaven forever love and reward you with abundant blessing and grace.
Supreme Master Qinghai is deeply grateful to the beloved God for all the financial help, comfort, and support to the afflicted and needy and/or any good cause over the years as a humble vessel for His compassion and love toward His precious children.
To learn more about Sergey Brin, please visit the following website: about.googles/our-story. Luminous viewers, it has been a pleasure to have you with us today. Up next is 7 questions from Alexander the Great, part 6 of 8, on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May heaven's abundant light and love bless your lives.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/GPGW.